At CinemaCon, I think maybe, other than the Deadpool stuff, my favorite stuff that they showed us was, I can't remember what it was, 15, 18, whatever minutes of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. A movie I've been looking forward to. My God, when they showed us the footage for this, it like put my anticipation into overdrive. I just could not believe how good it looked, how visually good it looked, but also the way they were handling the characters and stuff like that. There's a warmth to it and a thrill to it all at the same time. Well, movie comes out this coming week, and the first reactions have now come out, and they are fantastic. Critic reviews for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. First critic reviews for Planet of the Apes are great. So let's go over some of them. Griffin Schiller writes, apes have never been stronger in Wes Ball's magnificent Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The complexities of Caesar's legacy loom large, but twisted in this coming-of-age odyssey of truth and lies, knowledge and power, a breathtaking visual feast, a new hope for the Planet of the Apes. Next one comes to us from our own Perry Nemiroff, who wrote, between Rise, Dawn, War, and now Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, this series continues to be one of the very best franchise reboots out there. As expected, there was no better director to take over than Wes Ball. By the way, Wes Ball, he's the guy who's going to be directing that live-action Legend of Zelda movie.
Oh, yeah, right.
So this should be getting people excited. Anyway, as is out there, as expected, there's no better choice for director to take over than Wes Ball. Of course, the wizards at Weta had a big hand in this, but there's also no doubt that Ball's personal proficiency with visual effects contributed big time to how incredible this film looks. Gizmodo's Germain Lucier, who I've had on my show before, he wrote, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes does the Ape Saga proud. A sprawling adventure with wonderful effects and performances. It has a lot to say, which leaves it thematically murky. I also don't love the ending, but those are minor gripes for an otherwise enjoyable, engaging film. Also, Brandon Davis from comicbook.com writes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is just a classic summer blockbuster. Takes a minute to get going, thoroughly introducing new characters and timeline, then never looks back. The VFX are astonishing, great performances, feels like a start to an epic new saga. Need the next one ASAP. Dorian Parks writes, was a big fan of the previous Planet of the Apes trilogy and can say I absolutely loved Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This film cements the franchise as one of the strongest IPs out there. Screen Rant wrote, Wes Ball is the perfect director to bring the Planet of the Apes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes to life. A compelling story with complex characters, stunning visuals, and brilliant through lines, tying it to the movies that came before. Noah, May, and Proximus Caesar are phenomenal. And it goes on. And it goes on. And it goes on. And listen, I'll tell you what. When they announced that they were doing a new Planet of the Apes movie, I was interested, but also a little dubious, to be honest, a little skeptical. I especially like without Caesar.
Yeah.
You know, without Andy Serkis's Caesar. He was the heart and soul of the franchise. And I didn't really love the third film, but whatever. But then the first trailer came out with that hawk flying over the forest, and I thought, ooh, that just feels nice. And then I like the trailers, and then they showed us the opening 15, 20 minutes, whatever it was, at CinemaCon, and I was hooked. I was 100% hooked at that point. And then I was a little bit nervous because we're getting close. We're a week out from the movie coming out.
Yep.
You don't normally pull your review embargo a full week out. Sometimes they do, but it's not common. So I was kind of waiting. When are they going to lift the review embargo on this? And now we're at least getting the first reactions, and it's everything I hope. Look, do I think this is going to be the best picture of the year? No. Am I expecting it to be as good as Dune 2? No. But that's fine. It looks incredible. And I'm loving what I'm seeing. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video,
Harry's. You know, guys, in order to start the John Campea Show, I had to leave my high-paying corporate job in order to set myself up to be happier and enjoy more personal success. Because sometimes to get what you want, you have to challenge the status quo and blaze your own trail. And that's exactly what the folks at Harry's did. You see, at Harry's, they saw customers getting ripped off by questionable products in the shaving industry and decided to do something better. Harry's decided to pave their own road by making beautifully designed razors for a fraction of the price of the other big brands. Exceptional products, honest prices. That's Harry's. I have fallen in love with Harry's, from their foaming shaving gel that feels just luxurious on the skin, to their incredible razor that feels just as good in the hand as it does going over your skin. They've got rich, lathering, skin-softening body wash in scents like redwood, Wylands, and stone. You see, Harry's provides German-engineered blades made in their own factory that stay sharp longer. You can get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover for just $3 at harrys.com/Campea. Don't settle for the status quo. Blaze your own trail with Harry's. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/Campea. That's harrys.com/Campea for a $3 trial set.
Anyway, Chris, where has your anticipation level been for this movie? What do you think about the reactions we're hearing? Have you heard from anybody else about it at this point? What are your thoughts?
I've heard from somebody who's seen the whole movie, and I don't get to say much about it. Aside from they were like, I'm so excited to see what you have to say about this, because Logan and I are rewatching everything right now. Because it's been, what, 7, 8 years since our last one?
7 years.
Yeah. And so I am enticed by the whole premise of we are so far in the future. You know, we are moving on. I, like you, was a little wary of not having Caesar in there, but I think it creates this really fun opportunity for Caesar to be a larger than life character, where he now can be this kind of almost ape messiah for people to either cling to or view as a heretic or whatever. We have enough space for the humans to kind of be back at to the point where we're at the Charleston Heston movie. Right? So I think there's a lot of cool potential here. The thing I am most excited about is Wes Ball, though. I think this is a director everyone needs to be watching. He has a background in art department and visual effects. That's why his stuff is so good. He worked in those departments for years, cutting his teeth. In addition to Zelda coming up, he also has Mouse Guard. And that is a comic book franchise from 2006 that he is directing. Kind of Secrets of NIMH.
I thought that got axed.
No, I think it's still on there. It's still on his IMDb.
Okay.
So if that still happens, really excited. And I love that he is getting all these juicy visual things. Maze Runner wasn't my personal favorite of those kind of YA dystopian films and novels, but he did a really great job with that as well. So I'm interested to see how this pans out. And look, I love the premise of Planet of the Apes. All of these movies, I'm always like, hell yeah, let's go. It's super fun. I love that we're getting into this dystopian world now. And I love just hearing what is that line? What a beautiful day.
What a beautiful day. Or what a wonderful day.
What a wonderful day. Yeah. Oh, that just booming voice coming out of him. I'm very excited.
I just had a question. So the only humans that are left were all Hollister models? That's it?
Yeah.
They do. I mean, come on. I mean,
it's the only ones they kept.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't know this for sure, but like, it's when they show, like we see all the humans that are out there, right? They're dressed very primitively. The theory that I and other people have is that this girl is from the past, because for those of you who can see the screen, she's got modern clothing on that does not match what all the other humans are wearing. Again, that's just a theory. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it in 5 days. But that's just a theory that I have. Also, some people have been asking if I think this leads directly into when Charlton Heston arrives. I think this is still several centuries.
Yeah, because because those are basically humans with like an ape head.
Yeah, by the time in the original movie, when Charlton Heston shows up, there's a full society. They have scientists and they have, they have a society and culture and all that kind of stuff. This is still very, I think, early. In the kingdom reign of the Planet of the Apes. But this sounds great. Jonathan, where's your expectation been for this? Have you been looking forward to this one?
Yeah, this reignited my excitement for the franchise. I really loved the second one, which was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which should have been Rise, but whatever. Of course, that was Matt Reeves, right? And then, like you, it was sort of like my feeling with the third Hobbit film. Was sort of like my feeling with the War for the. Wait, what was the third one called?
Is it War for
the Planet of the Apes. And at that point, and it's been 2017. We said it's been 2017 though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's so it left me like a little bit like lackluster, and then it's been so many years. So when I first heard about this, I was like, oh, more. But then I saw the trailers, this first trailer and the second trailer, now all this talk about it.
Yeah.
I think it's a return to form, so I am back in.
And from what we saw at CinemaCon, this movie looks absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
It's gonna
so
be
stunning.
It's going to be hard at times for me, at least, to pay attention to what's going on because I'm probably in awe because the close-ups we saw of this new Caesar's face, you know how he was reacting, and then even the heights that they were jumping or like going from vine of, or whatever they were clinging onto. Because you remember that sequence we saw?
Yeah,
they
it
were
was
jumping
incredible.
from cliff to another cliff. Just seeing that, it's hard to not pay attention to everything else or to pay attention to everything else. But I can say this movie looks gorgeous, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to see it.
I can't wait. We're going to see it Wednesday, I think. We'll do an out-of-theater reaction for that, obviously, once we do.
Oh, yeah.
Question is for you guys. What do you think about this? Where's your anticipation level right now for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? What do you think about the first reactions we hear coming out of it? Is it right around where you thought it would be? Better than you expected? Are you planning to go see it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called The John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.